How's it going, everyone? Doe here, and the recent patch just dropped 0.9.2, and with it there are some new specials, some new mods, the new hunt pass, the new faction fight, a ton of stuff. But today I'm talking about the new Chainblade special, which is mostly just a rework to the initial special, and there's also a new one in the store, but it's basically a new special because it's amazing to use, it's fun, it's new, it's different, it's just a good time. And the new special is basically Reaper's Dance, but just way more improved, a lot more fluid, and again, it's really fun. But this special is from afar, pull to targets and grant a stack of Reaper's Dance, while close, push off targets, then use primary or secondary attacks to perform a follow-up. Primary follow-up grants a stack of Reaper's Dance, secondary follow-up expends stacks to deal plus 40% damage per stack. And the maximum amount of stacks you can have are going to be 10, which having 10 stacks gives you a phenomenal amount of damage. I think the highest I've hit so far is for nearly 10k, which might sound a little busted, but from what I've played, it takes a while to get those stacks up that high, and you can actually rush the stacks and get them up quicker, but I don't think that's the most optimal way to play them. Instead, I think it's much better to just play Chainblades how you normally would, as in using serrated blades, and then, light attacking and getting your serrated blade procs up. And when you have to dodge, use your Q, or your special, to dodge the behemoth, and if you're in the air, do a light attack, because that gives you more stacks of Reaper's Dance, which gives you more damage once you Q off the behemoth and do a heavy attack. That's the way I think you should be playing them, but you can use any attacks you want to whenever you want to. It's just that the damage you do with your heavy attack while in the air is dependent on how many stacks you have. So that's just sort of what I'm going to say. And for the rest of the video, I'm going to go ahead and play a Chainblade montage. I'm using the special because the build I'm using is the exact same build as what I made in my most recent Chainblade video. So if you want to understand what that build's about, go ahead and watch that video. And y'all, thanks again for watching the video so far, and I hope you enjoyed the montage. And I also hope you enjoy all the new stuff in the Lady Luck store, because it's a fun time for me, and I hope it's good for y'all too. But now it's time to cue the montage. So that's the montage, and that portion's over. But to go back to the special, I think that this is a really smooth addition to Chainblades to make them just feel a bit more fluid and a bit less like you're just spamming left click the entire game waiting for a serrated blades proc. Now you have the spamming left click to get serrated blades proc, and you also have your new Q that is also a good damage source, whereas before it was mostly just used to dodge attacks, which isn't a bad thing, but now it's a bit more dynamic and it just feels more engaging. Chainblades, to me, I think that they're the weapon right now that just feel the most dynamic overall. They've got a lot going for them, and I really like this addition and this rework to the special because it does make Chain Blades feel a lot more fun to play. And the funny part is, I feel like this special is going to be the only special people use once they realize how fun it is, because the Cruel Respect special, it's not a bad special, but this rework to Reaper's Dance just blows it out of the water entirely. So I'm actually curious if they're going to do a rework for that special as well, or just wait for a new special to come out to just overwrite that entirely, because the Reaper's Dance special is just amazing. And it's not broken in my opinion, but it's strong enough to where it's really fun, and it's just fun to use even if it wasn't strong. And it really helps the Chain Blades do things that it wasn't so good at doing before, and that is to proc damage thresholds, like, for the most part. Like, Cool Shot has a damage threshold, the Koshai has one, and from the way I understand it, if you do enough damage with an attack that can actually boop, you'll trigger it and you'll actually boot the Behemoth if you do enough damage. And the Chain Blades for the longest time were not very good at doing this unless you had weighty strikes because you couldn't boop with your left click, which they changed out recently. But now you have this new special which can boop, and it can also hit these thresholds and actually trigger them, which helps out a ton. It gives you a lot of damage up front, whereas before you had to be using Hellion Chain Blades because you relied on your proc to actually give you that boost of damage to trigger it. So overall, I like this edition a lot, and it's a good time. And if you guys haven't seen the other edition, which is for the Sword special, called Avenging Overdrive, you should definitely check it out because that is also a really good time. It's a parry effect, and it's just really cool. It can boop, it can stagger, it does damage, and it's just an additional dodge that costs no stamina, so what's not to like? But that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like on the video, and if you want to, comment down below what your favorite special is and what you're going to be using. And if you guys want to support this channel, be sure to use my credit code in the Epic Games Store or in the in-game dollar store when making purchases. It helps me out a ton, and I greatly appreciate it because it helps me out a ton. And if you don't use my code, use RavyRad's code, Zenny Phantom, Makeda, who are awesome and great content creators and good people. But y'all, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.